Your programming won't do it. You just won't do it.
So this is the thing. One, the problem is we don't even agree on what's right and what's wrong, right? I don't even know if them women are black. I don't know what their nationality is, right? I don't know their upbringing.
Correct.
I don't, but I think he got one black one in there. I guess she would be my concern, right? Let they men worry about them. Okay. Um we can talk about that one black one he got going on up in there, but the rest of them, I don't know.
But if y'all have the mentality that y'all not going to hold the women accountable for getting with a guy they know is not going to take them serious, this is why the black community of women are in the trouble.
Right.
So Nick Cannon has no responsibility.
Right. This is my thing. You getting mad at her for doing the same thing you doing.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying this is why it is.
Are doing the same thing she's doing. You're saying she's not holding. She's mistaken.
Sorry.
You're saying that she's not holding women accountable, but you're not holding men accountable. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all doing the same thing. The exact same thing.
And that's why we have the problem, Caesar, is we have a lot of men who don't hold men accountable. They just want to punt it to the woman. That's a big piece of the problem. They look at single parent homes and they say that's a woman problem. That's why we're where we're at.
How many of us up here from single parent homes?
Not
all right,
me.
so everybody.
No, I had a father.
Huh?
But were they married?
Yeah, were they married?
Yes, it's still married.
Right. So my thing is, based on what you're saying, and when you have, or do you have these conversations with your married parents, are they of the like mind that you have right now? Or you don't have these discussions with them?
They were not before, but since I started having conversations, they have opened their eyes.
And what does that mean? They've opened their eyes to what?
Let's say they were more naive to what is going on, and now they're seeing the reality of, it's in front of them. They're seeing what's going on social media. They're they can't ignore it anymore.
And there lies the problem, right there. The fact that most people are getting their reality from social media, and social media is not reality.
That's
and
a trash point.
That's the problem right there. How often are you actually meeting women in the regular marketplace, so to speak, versus seeing what you're seeing on social media? Because I totally see a huge difference in real life of the people that I meet on a day-to-day basis versus what is being shown on social media. And I think that's the problem, is that a lot of people are living their lives through social media and not reality, and social media becomes their reality. And I think
I agree social media can. But the reality is, if you see something on social media that says 70% of black women are overweight, they see it in their real lives. If they see all of these kids, they see it in their real lives. There is no difference.
No, it depends on what you're talking about. If you look on social media, I think you see more fit women on social media. So then how come that isn't translating to what you say your reality is? So you're willing to look at the negative stuff on social media and accept it as truth. But then when you look at the reality of things in real life, because it's not in alignment with what you see on social media, you're saying it's not true, right? So my thing is that if you're looking at social media and making your judgment calls based off of that, you're always going to end up wrong.
We're talking about 70-plus-year-old man and a woman. It's not like they're on social media all the time.
No, you just said that social media, I asked you about your parents and you brought social media in it and said from what they see on social media, now they understand. That's what you said.
They are on social media, but I'm just saying they're 70-plus-year-old man and a woman. Like, You don't know 70+-year-olds that are on social media like you and I would be.
Right. So if they're looking at social media and believing it, then their reality of what's really going on is warped too, is what I'm saying. So especially if they're naive to it and don't really know how to use it, they're probably more susceptible.
No. What I'm saying is they did not think all of these things that was going on in the Black community. They did not know it was as bad as it was. And now you're talking to me, and now it's opening their eyes.
Mistaken, I want to throw something else out there. I think a lot of men are attracted to the women who are not really the women who want them, one, and they're not going after the right women, and I don't think they really know who they attract. I think that's a big piece of it. It's like they're chasing, all these men are chasing after women who, I don't know how to say it, but they're not competitive with those women.
So, well, let me ask you this. I'll ask you, Maroon, do you think Black men, and the only reason I'm saying Black men is because we're talking about Black women and Black men, are trying to be competitive in terms of when you're comparing Black men to other men? Are they trying to compete, or are they settling?
Trying to compete in terms of what?
In all areas, in economics and education and marriage and family, and like in any of the areas.
No, like I think that I don't think that's a good point. It's like I don't think Black men are looking at, Caesar tried to raise it and he said, why are Hispanic men getting more married? We need to talk to those men and figure out why are they more marriage minded. We need to talk to white men and figure out why are they more marriage minded. We need to talk amongst ourselves as men and figure out why are we not not as marriage minded, just in general.
Why don't you talk to the mothers that are raising the kids by themselves? Why don't you do that?
No, because there's two components in play. That's a component. Are those mothers raising those?
That's the main component, though.
No. Let me finish. There's also the male community that regardless of whether those single mothers raise those children, the values of those single mothers raise their sons, those sons are going to become friends with other young Black men and adolescent and adult Black men. And the culture around surrounding adult Black men is not marriage minded. That's the problem. That's the problem.
And I don't know if you heard me before. I'm going to apologize if I interrupt you. It's just because I don't have I don't. It's running on and on, so I don't see when people really stop.